Today we'll review some basics about reading notes on the grand staff. What are some things you already know about reading music on the grand staff? What is the name of the clef on the top music staff? The treble clef. What's the name of the clef on the bottom staff? The bass clef. We know that the grand staff is made up of two music staffs stacked on top of each other. The treble and bass staffs are connected by the brace. Let's see if you remember the difference between a line note and a space note. Is my finger on a line or in a space? It's in a space, kind of like it's crawling down a hallway or a tunnel. How about now? Line or space? Now my finger is on a line, kind of like a marshmallow with a stick going right through it. But what about this strange dashed line in between the treble and bass staffs? Or maybe we should say in the middle. This line is where the note middle C lives. That's why it's called middle C. It's right in the middle of the grand staff. But now I want to show you something that we can do with the grand staff that you've probably never seen before. Here I am at the piano with my grand staff. It's so tall, I can't even fit it on the screen. But what if I turned the grand staff on its side? Like this. Now, the middle C line between the staffs lines right up with the middle C key. We'll label that line C. Now, it's really easy to see that the higher we play on the piano, the higher our notes go on the grand staff into the treble clef. If we start at middle C and play lower, then our notes are going down the grand staff into the bass clef. If this note is middle C and it lives on this special line in between the two staffs, let's see what happens if we play one note higher. Up one step. Middle C. This note is D, which means D lives right in this space. If we turn it back this way, then we have a reminder that that D lives in the space right below the treble staff. Let's put it back on its side. Now we can play C on a line, D in a space. What's next? E on a line. If you're in Primer Book One, this is the highest note that we'll play. Let's come back to middle C, and this time play down one step lower than C. Here's middle C. One step lower is B, which means B is in this space beside middle C. So far we have E, D, C, B. Now we need A, if we have line, space, it's easy to see that A lines right up with a line. Those are our 5 notes in Primer Book One. It sure is a little funny to look at our notes written sideways, but I hope it helped you understand a little bit more about why our notes are written from low in the bass clef to higher in the treble clef. It really does line right up with the keys on our pianos.